Hey Sam! So this is your general reading. You may have to turn the volume up because I'm going to be doing this while my little guy is sleeping and his bedroom is like right there. So, you probably know the drill, but this is energy that I'm reading as of right now. So as soon as you start making decisions, then this may change, okay? Just as a heads up. I have my computer over here, so that's where I'm getting the energy from. I would recommend to watch this by yourself first, and then if you would like to share it with anyone else, then you're more than welcome to. If I start coughing, it's just because of my cold that I've been trying to get over, okay? Also, if you have any questions, let me know. And you're more than welcome to rewatch this as many times as you wish as well, because this is your reading. And as you may know, my cards, they come out past, present, and future as they're coming out. But again, it's kind of dependent on you as well in your energy. So let's see what comes out. My computer just, oh, there it goes. I was like, it just died. What's going on? So the first deck that I was drawn to was my Dandelion Moon deck. Oliver, no, get. It's trying to get on the table. Whoa, okay. So the first card that came out was Crossroads and then Fresh Start. So you've had a lot of difficult choices that you've had to make in your life, it feels like. And it's like difficult choices and you always feel like there's a stalemate involved with it. And you know the end that you want to get to, but you're having trouble finding the pathway to get to there. Because there's so many different ways of getting to your end result that you're having trouble finding the route that you want to take. Especially recently. I feel like this is more of like a spiritual crossroads. It can be of like your life in general, but this is more of a, what do I truly want to do with this? Where am I going with this? It's a difficult choice that you need to kind of make, because my candle's going crazy right now too. So you just kind of have to hunker down and see what you're drawn to and then kind of go from there. The Fresh Start is all about, again, like beginning again, having that spark again, having that reconciliation with yourself, and having that leap of faith within yourself and knowing that you are going in the right direction and knowing that you are choosing the right pathway for you. You gotta have that drive as well though, okay? Because right now I feel like you're kind of here, there, and everywhere, but at the same time you haven't made a firm decision on things. So this is where this is kind of coming in too. So the Gossip card came out like this, but it's like it's in reverse. So when my cards come out sideways, it's like past, present, and future, but this is as like it's in reverse. So I don't know, there's some talking going on. There might be some pettiness, some jealousy going on. Since it's in reverse, I don't know if you're throwing this at somebody else because you're jealous of what they have achieved, or jealous of what they have in their life. You may be doing this not intentionally either. So this gossip is it's not always to another person. It can be an inner gossip too. So like an inner monologue. So if you come across somebody that seems, how do I put this? So if you come across somebody that is doing very well for themselves, and whether you know this person or not, it's one of those things that you want to be happy for them. You want to be like supportive of that person because of all their accomplishments and everything. But at the same time, you're kind of inside going, well, I wish that was me, or oh gosh, I wish that was me too, kind of idea. So you might be doing it unintentionally as well. So just try and be conscious of what you're kind of thinking for this, because I think this is more of an inner thing than actually talking to somebody else about things that are going on, if that makes sense. The coming back and then the reconciliation card came out together. So to me, it could represent a person, but to me, as soon as these were coming out, I was like, something's coming back into your life. It's not necessarily a person. It's something to do with your spiritual side, okay? Because what stuck out to me with the reconciliation card is the spiritual union. So this is about, I think, getting back on track and finding that harmony again and having that changed mindset of having that fresh start and having that leap of faith within yourself and letting go of some of the stuff that you've been holding back. I think you're afraid. I think you are afraid of something that involves the spiritual world. I think it's about opening. I think you're worried about opening too fast. So this is about, again, having that changed mind, the trying again. It's up to you though, because you're in charge of what you do. And right now, I think your subconscious and your conscious mind are not on the same level at the minute. Once they start getting on the same level and you start having this spiritual aha moment kind of deal and getting that harmony back in sync, I think it's going to start coming in very fast. Okay, so this is going to be fast energy. So this is about an action and a decision as well. So taking a chance comes to mind. So when you make this decision and you know what way you're actually going to be going for your crossroads and start that path for you, again, reading, making sure that this is a pathway that you want to take, then once you start making that decision and start going towards that direction, it's going to start coming in very fast for you. Air sign came out. So I don't know if you are an air sign or not. So Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius is on this card. But to me, it's more about things are kind of up in the air. And you're, again, just kind of going with the flow of things. Okay? So air, flow. Okay? So this is, again, just kind of reminding you that you have to have a clear picture in your mind eventually at some point in time of what direction you're going to be going in so that you can get to the end, so that you can get to your end goal and get to your destination. Okay? Abundance came out sideways, but it's in the opposite direction of the gossip. So it's like it's in upright. So the abundance is about manifestations, gratitudes, and blessings. I feel like you're very abundant in your life. You're very grateful for what you have and what you have achieved. And it's also like the many blessings that you have around you. Not only physical objects, but individuals as well. So you have manifested everything that you have brought into your life, or for the most part. And if you continue this, then it will continue for you, because that's just who you are, and that's just your mindset and kind of the way that you're going. Okay, the bottom of the deck is divine feminine. So divine feminine is about, like, everyone has masculine energy, everyone has feminine energy. So you tend to be more of a divine feminine energy being brought forth. So this is about, like, being the empress, very intuitive, very nurturing, very open, very caring, light worker, those sorts of vibes. So you tend to wear your emotions on your sleeve. If you are confronted with things that you may that you may disagree with, you may shut down too. Okay. Next thing on the bottom was not ready. You can go one of two ways with all of this going on with this deck. So this is about embracing your divine feminine energy, or you can still have your not ready up. So this is about, like, you're avoiding things, your walls are still up, you're still healing, going through all the motions, and you're still going to be stuck at your crossroads. So your divine feminine is knowing and trusting your intuition and going for it. And then you're not ready is your walls up and avoiding, and you're still healing, and you're just kind of like, nope, I'm going to stay where I am kind of deal. So right now it's kind of all up in the air, and it's up to you to decide what way you're going to be going. Let me grab another deck. One sec. Oh, these cards are flying out. Oh my goodness. Okay. Gotta get these in order here. Hang on. yeah, you're stuck. Okay, so in this one, the first card that came out, which was flying out, by the way, was change and courage. So you're going to have, again, this is kind of like a crossroads kind of card too. So you're going to need a lot of change, and you're going to need a lot of courage to make the changes in your life that you need to in order to move forward from this. So notice how she's kind of just leaving, okay? She's leaving with luggage, okay? So this is you leaving your baggage behind, okay? That's how I view this card for you, okay? Now, Earth came out next. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Didn't Earth? No, it was air. Air that came out first deck. I've done a lot of readings today. Sorry. Just want to make sure. Yeah, it was air sign. So, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. To me, when this card first came out, the Earth really stood out to me. It wasn't the Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, which sometimes happens. And the Ace came out. So, the Ace, to me, is representation of... I'm drawing a huge blank. In tarot, the very first card of each suit, okay? So your Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, those sorts of things. So it's about new beginnings. It's also about having those new mindsets, those sorts of things. Those were really sticking out to me. So I have a feeling that you need to, again, get back out there, get back into the elements. That's what's sticking out to me. So especially Earth. I think you might identify with Earth the most out of all the elements with this card. Correct me if I'm wrong. But grounding a little bit more may help you with this too. Okay. Now, twin flame popped out too. You're not a twin flame. Okay. Let's put that out there right now. This is more about the fire. Okay. This is about the spark and the energy coming back into your life, about the things that you have lost and lost interest in. This is about them coming back in once you get that renewal and that spark coming back, because right now you're guarded and your vulnerability is, you feel very vulnerable right now, okay? And that's why your guard is up, and that your walls are up really, really high too. So this is, again, I think because you're worried about what could happen with certain things. Whether it be readings that you have done or whether it's something that you have seen, you're concerned about something. If you were to do something this way, then this could happen. So if it is about magical, if this card is for you, okay, and how I'm feeling with this, if it is regarding magical, then it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to have that little bit of fear and a little bit of doubt, but you need to push yourself so that you can learn about it, and so that you know what will work for you and what won't work for you, because everyone's craft is different. So what way a herb works for me, regardless of the physical properties to it, it may work a little bit differently for you. You may bond with that herb differently than what I bond with. So if you take anybody else's spell work and anybody else's recipes and you try them yourself, if they have failed, work out why they failed. Work out why they weren't as potent as they could have been. And I think that's where you're kind of dragging yourself down a little bit, is because you're worried about this, and you're worried about it backfiring a little bit with some of the stuff that you've been working on. That's where I'm getting this from, okay? Because lack and doubts came out after. So you are doubting your abilities. You are doubting yourself. Is that sounding familiar? Let that sink in for a bit. You know you best. Trust your intuition as it's developing, okay? If you have fears and doubts whenever you do anything, regardless if it's magical or if it's mundane, if you have doubts and fears about something that you're putting your effort into and that you have read about and that you know about, it's going to show up in your work. It's going to show up in you. So the whole guarded and vulnerability, the lacking, the doubts, the change, the courage, it's all coming from you. Okay? So you need to, again, just kind of tweak a few things, okay? Your mindset, mainly, so that you can regain that control back, okay? Because right now I feel like you've lost a little bit of that control, regardless of what has happened in the past. It's in the past. Learn from it and move on from it, because I think that's really holding you back. There's some sort of regret and repression going on with what has happened in the past. You're trying shadow work too. You're doing some shadow work, and I think that's triggering a lot of this because shadow side came out. This is my sign to me about shadow work. So I have a feeling that this is maybe triggering you a lot, and this is where you're losing some of yourself from. If it's getting to be too much, put a stop to it. Just put it on hold. Just put it on hold for right now, because you may not be ready to work through that right now. Okay? So I don't want you feeling like this. I don't like that you're feeling like this, because you know how strong you are. You know what you're capable of inside and out, but you are putting doubt into yourself, and that's what's putting doubt into everything in your space right now. Okay? So whenever you're having that mindset and how you're feeling that way, and that energy is going to carry over to anything that you do. So you got to somehow regain that trust in yourself so that you can move forward and break free of all this crap from your mind. And I think in your mind, it's getting through the shadow work, getting through this inner healing, getting through healing your inner child, knowing your ego, getting to know your ego, all those sorts of things. But I think that is doing more damage than what it's helping right now. Okay? Because present, abundant, and gratitude came out sideways. It's this way. It's like it's in reverse. If you keep going the way that you're going right now, if you don't have a little bit of a timeout and reassess things and rethink some things that are going on, again, that crossroads, then you're being present in the moment and your grateful gratitude demeanor that you have right now for everything that's in your life, okay, from your first deck, wherever it is, abundance, you're going to lose it. That's how I'm feeling with this, okay? So even though you feel like you're very grateful and you're happy with your blessings and things, and it's again coming back to that gossip card. So are you just acting that way because that's how you were brought up to be, or do you truly feel that way? They're two separate things. So what way is it? Because I got this and I got this. So again, I think it's more of a mental thing to kind of just tweak some things around. Divine Feminine card came out again. Okay? Divine Feminine card came out again. You are opening really quickly, and I think that's part of all of this too. Because what's really sticking out to me with this is the third eye and the hand. And I'm getting huge goosebumps right now. You're worried about how powerful you can actually be. And that's putting fear, lack, doubts, and that guardedness into you. So somewhere or another, you need to regain that control back. Whether it be writing it down to get out your thoughts, or whether it be logging it all in a grimoire. It's totally up to you on how you want to deal with this. But I think that you should record it as a journal of some sort so that you can see your progress, whether it be up or down or the same, so that you can look back on things like a couple weeks from now, a month from now, and see where your progress is. Because I think that if you might be surprised at it, because I think that right now you're spiraling downward as you're opening because you're not ready for it. Because the bottom of this deck is fate and detours and divine intervention. You're going to get hit by lightning right now. Well, in the future. Okay, so this might be very awakening for you. Very eye-opening, maybe even very shocking to you. So rewatch this in a few weeks when you review that journal to see how it's resonating then versus now. Because I have a feeling that you're going to be very wide-eyed in a few weeks from now or a month from now when you rewatch this. Because when you review your journal, you will know exactly where you were when you started it, and you will know exactly where you are when you reread it. One more sec. As I'm shuffling these cards, the only thing that comes to mind is I hope this is making sense to you. Because okay, I know I've done some readings for you in the past, and in your intuitives and stuff, your energy now is very chaotic compared to what it was before. And I think that, again, that's where the down spiraling is coming into, okay? You are definitely projecting it onto some others. So if you are around other individuals and their personality tends to change very quickly, it could be your energy that's affecting them, okay? I don't like that card. Okay, this is my Angel Answers deck. So I was asking in my head if you will regain control. And the cards that came out, first one was unlikely. Don't read too much into it. The next one was let go. And the third one was ask for help from others. Grandma comes to mind. I don't know why grandma comes to mind. I think that's who you need to ask help from. Whether she is present in this physical world or has passed on, you need to try and ask for help from her. Because I think you guys are twinning, basically. And I'm getting huge goosebumps again. So what I mean by twinning is you got your abilities from her, I believe. Okay? I'm getting massive goosebumps. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see my goosebumps? They're huge. So I think that she had kind of maybe pre-warned you about what you could have went through or what you can go through and how powerful you are, and even more powerful than what she is. But I think she's passed, because I feel a presence here now. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm hoping I'm wrong. But I think she tried to help you, but she needs to help you more. She needs to kind of help guide you in the right direction with this. Because right now, again, if you try and tackle this on your own, you're unlikely to succeed at the minute, okay, as far as spirituality goes. You need to kind of let go of some of the control that you have, and some of the thoughts that you have been having, and just put a pause on the shadow work if you're doing shadow work, okay? So that's where I'm getting this from. Yeah, get more information. So you need to get some more information from the family member to help you better understand what you are going through, because I think this is out of my league, to be perfectly honest with you, because you are very, very strong. You're using crystals too. I know that you've gotten a lot of crystals from me, but the vibration of some of the crystals may not be jiving with you right now because of your awakening. So if you're getting headaches, I don't know why, but I'm like back of my head, headaches, if you're getting headaches, it could be from the crystals. So try and figure out which crystals it is that might be giving you those headaches, if that's the case. But I'm not drawn to anything else. Please let me know how this resonates. Please let me know how things are going. So thank you as always for trusting me and for your support. And I wish you all the best, but keep me posted. Thanks.